That was fire.
That was funny too.
That was fire.
And me and Colin McCafrey back at it with another episode to discuss morals.
Yes, sir.
Morals are the set of principles adapted by an individual that guides our behavior and decision making. It distinguishes between right or wrong, ethical and unethical. They form the foundation for our personal belief and they shape our character.
Morals are everything. Think about everyone else who's looking at you from the outside, right? They judge you off of who they see. You walking around doing what you do, you only know what you know. And I feel like your childhood and your past has a lot to do with that. Growing up, my parents instilled great morals in me. They taught me respect, how to be a gentleman, all that kind of stuff, just like you were saying earlier. Just like the simple stuff, you know, holding the door for the ladies, being respectful and carrying yourself in a certain way to kind of show people who you are as a person. If you walk around with no manners, nothing like that, people might think of you as a slob. They might look at you in a certain way, even though you don't think that, right? I'm not blaming the people who have bad morals, right? I'm not blaming them, but there's always time to take action, right? Everyone's got a different background. Everyone had a different life growing up, and different morals were instilled in them. But at the end of the day, I think there's always time to teach yourself those morals. Look around you, bro. Every day I see people just doing crazy stuff. Yeah. Like slamming the doors on people, just like, I keep bringing up doors, but like, I feel that's the main one that's popping in my head, right? Just all the small, simple stuff, right? All equates to who you are as a person. And I feel like having good morals and just being the best person you can be out of respect is just all you can do. What about you, though? What are some of your morals?
Some of my morals are definitely respect, manners, and treating people not how I want to be treated, because I don't believe in that. Some people want to be treated like but so you can't really say treat people how you want to be treated, but treat people how you think that they would want to be treated. Treating people with respect, listening to them, being open-minded, having those manners, and just being a positive influence, being a positive role model for the people around you.
Yeah, 100%. I would say that's a huge part, being a role model and being someone to look up to, bro. Lately, I've been trying to be like a bigger role model for my little brother, my family, my girlfriend, everyone around me, bro, even the boys. Like, I feel like people surround themselves around me. I want them to just get something out of being around me, right? I don't want people to come and hang out with me or spend time with me and just not get anything out of it. I'm here for a purpose. God put me on this earth for a purpose, so I got to fulfill it in the best way I can every single day.
Yeah, having strong morals is tied to your integrity, how people think about you, and when you consistently act in line with your morals, it builds trust and credibility with others. Others will look at you like, that's someone that got his head screwed on straight. I can trust him. Trust is a vital component in personal and professional relationships, partnerships, and support that contributes to its success. I won't befriend someone who doesn't have a moral compass because I cannot trust them. Right. If you do not believe in right or wrong and you don't strive to be a better person, then I can't be around you because you're not credible as a positive person to be around. Success is not always financial. Success is knowing that you're doing the right thing, that you're a good person, and that you help those in need.
I can't say it any better myself. Honestly, dog. Honestly, you hit it on the money. Being a good person, being someone that people could look up to, bro. That's one of the biggest things in my life. Just trying to inspire people. That's why I live every day to the fullest, the best of my ability.
And when you have strong morals, then that just builds your inner strength. You know what I mean? You have a sense of purpose and you have resilience to face those challenges and setbacks because you know, like, hey, I can't just quit. I have that morals to just keep pushing and keep going in the face of adversity.
Yeah, 100%. That, and personally, I'm sure it's the same for you. It's like we got people counting on us, bro. People are going to be disappointed. So I would say a lot of my actions, I always think about is how this is going to affect other people, but mainly myself, right? I got to make sure that I'm doing it for me, but it's also going to have a positive impact on the people around me, right? If I F up, then I got a lot of people counting on me, right? And that's a main driving force to like why I keep pushing, why I keep doing what I'm doing. That's where that discipline aspect comes into play, right? You got to keep grinding. You got to keep doing what you do in order to make those people happy and, most importantly, make yourself fulfilled.
Definitely, yeah. And how I make myself fulfilled, one of my morals is doing what I need to do even when I don't feel like doing it. I know that I need to work out. I know that I need to study, help others, be the best version of myself. And when I stay consistent with my values, it builds an unbreakable confidence and resilience within me to keep going day by day.
Yes, sir, 100%. I would say For the people watching, if there's one thing to take out of this podcast from me, it would be a quote that my dad told me when I was a little kid. You get out of it what you put into it. The outcome's always based on how much effort you put into it. You can't just sit around waiting for stuff to come to you, or it's not going to come. You got to actually put the work in and trust the process, and then stuff will start coming to you. Even if it don't seem like it's working out in the moment, it'll work out. Just keep grinding, keep doing what you do. You know what I mean?
Have a strong moral code and just stay consistent with your principles. What are some key morals that individuals should prioritize in their pursuit of success?
Discipline, bro. Discipline's number one, I would say. Everything you do in your life, you have to be disciplined towards. You have to be disciplined towards, you know what I mean? If you're not disciplined, then everything's going to go out of whack. You might do it for a few days, then you might fall off, right? You have to start it over again. What's the point of spending all this time thinking about doing what you're doing but not taking action? I know too many people that just sit in their room every day and talk to themselves, that have talked to me personally as well, saying, oh, I want to do this, want to do that, but never actually take action upon it. And it never comes to them. And I've seen that firsthand, right? People talk to me about business ideas, talk to me about getting in the gym, relationship advice. But if you tell me something and you tell yourself something and you don't do it, what's it mean to you? It means absolutely nothing. So,
Yeah, definitely.
Just take action.
Discipline is really doing what you gotta do. Just getting up and doing it even when you don't feel like doing it. Even when you feel like it might be too hard to do it. Like, you just gotta get up and take action and just do it. And don't listen to the people telling you can't do it. Or don't listen to yourself if you're telling yourself that you can't do it. But actually just getting up, trying it, seeking knowledge more about the subject, and, just learning as much as you can and getting out and executing and doing the best that you can.
Yeah, 100%. One thing I want to tap into real quick is like people saying they're going to do something, but just being lazy about it still. We'll say one thing and then not do it. And I think that's a big thing that people got to work on. Being persistent and having goals, right? Just like we talked about in the last episode, that goal setting will put you on to so many things in life. You have to wake up with a goal, and if you don't do that goal, who cares, right? But at least you have a goal and you're working towards it, right? If it fails, who cares? Failure is a big part of success. You learn from it, right? I've failed so many times in my life, bro, and it's just taught me everything. The worst outcomes I've ever had, right, taught me something. I've gotten something out of every failure in my entire life, and I can promise you guys that. Take action, get up. What are some key things that you carry out day to day?
Honesty. That's one big thing, because we live in a society where a lot of people just say a bunch of things and not everyone stays true to their word. So I try to keep my integrity and, my credibility and be the person that I say I'm going to be. I'm not going to lie to you and tell you what you want to hear. I'm going to tell you what you need to hear. I'm an honest person. I'm straightforward. And I like to believe that, I'm reliable. I'm someone that you can count on day by day. I'm pretty fair. I'm not biased. I don't take bias out. Approach every situation fairly. I'll be a fair person.
Agree, bro. 100%. And there's that honesty thing too. I would say like being honest is one of the most important things you could do as a person, right? You can't be here lying. In high school, I used to lie a lot as a kid. I'm gonna be honest. I used to lie a lot just to try and fit in the wrong crowd. But after I got out of that crowd, I was like, dude, this ain't me. You start telling the truth, you just be honest with yourself and everyone around you, bro, your life's gonna fall into place. Be someone that people can depend on you for. Be someone that can inspire. Someone can lean on your shoulder if they're down about something. Both of us have pretty similar morals. People execute that, bro, they're gonna have a great life.
Yeah, and if you're not honest with yourself or others, and you're lying about who you are, you might be cocky or you might be arrogant, but you will never have true confidence, because to have true confidence, you have to be confident in who you are as a person. And if you're lying, then that's not really reflecting confidence, because if you're confident, then hey, I'm going to accept me for who I am. I'm not going to try to lie to look cool and all that. It's really just about growing from that, learning from those mistakes. Nobody's perfect, but guess what? We find a way to improve day by day.
Once I started this fitness stuff, I would say like senior year or summer after senior year of high school, right? I started posting on Instagram a bunch of fitness pictures. I started building up my own brand for myself, but I got a lot of flashback from it, right? It got a lot of laughs, and that kind of discouraged me for a minute, right? But after days and days of just, I finally realized, yo, who gives a crap, bro? Who gives a honestly? Like, I just kept posting because I wanted those posts for me. I wanted the posts. I didn't care about what anyone else thought. I also switched up from copying a lot of people's posts and trends, and it wasn't really working out for me. But I would say once I started actually posting what I wanted to post as a person and what I got joy out of, not anyone else, that's when my numbers started to grow, right? The numbers weren't anything, but I started with 0 followers just like anyone else. And I worked my way up on TikTok to about 30K. I'm almost at 5,000 on Instagram, slowly building up my brand. I fell out of it for a little bit just because of the algorithms, kind of the stuff that social media is promoting now, but everyone's got their own views on that. But I would say that's kind of why I dialed out of it a little bit, but I'm still in that gym grind, right? And I still post for me. I still post regardless of the algorithm, regardless of the numbers. So for those of y'all trying to start something on social media, don't worry about the numbers. The numbers will come to you, right? The numbers will come to you. I'm not even that big on Instagram right now. I've got like 4.5K. It's a good number, but it's nothing big. Be persistent. It's about conquering your fears and just going after it. You know, staying disciplined towards that stuff. That's a prime example for me of just staying true to who I was and who I am as a person, and stuff kind of coming my way, right? And that led me to a few sponsorships, right? I'm sponsored by a supplement company now called Nutri Innovations. So pre-workouts, proteins, all that kind of stuff. And I didn't reach out going for that stuff, but, you know, it came to me with time and discipline.
Another key value that I think that everyone should have is being empathetic.
Yeah.
You know, the ability to be able to understand others, to be able to share your feelings, to connect with others on a deeper level, to let your guard down, and to actually try to understand why they think the way they think. It helps with the communication, problem solving, and building a meaningful relationship with that person.
Yes, sir. 100%. Being empathetic and just like that goes a long way, right? Trying to find a view from other people's standpoints will put stuff in perspective for you, right? Because people got other views on certain stuff that you might not know is right. Because I'm not saying we all know everything that's right. Right.
Yeah.
We always make mistakes. So it's always good to get that other perspective and opinion from someone else, you know.
Open up your mind.
Can't hurt, right? It can't hurt. So who cares? Just be open-minded.
Definitely, it's important to be accountable too for your own actions. Embrace accountability and the outcomes that come with it, whether it's a success or a failure, because like we said earlier, you always learn from your failures no matter what. By being accountable, you're demonstrating resiliency, self-awareness, and a willingness to learn and grow. That's very important. A lot of people, they don't want to be accountable for their actions, or they want to make excuses, or they want to blame other people, or they want to say it's out of their control. And no, it's in your control. You can make that change. You can do it, but you just got to be accountable for your actions and what you've been doing, and determine what change you need to make and go out and do it.
Yep. Hey, y'all see what it says up there? Demand control of your life.
Yes, sir.
That's exactly what he just said, man. If you don't demand control of your life, you're doing something wrong. Because only you can change. If you have a problem in your life that it's not working out for you, you don't like the way it's going, get up and do something about it, right? It's not going to come to you. It's just not going to change if you just sit there every day and wait for it to happen.
Change comes when you want to get up and make that change. What's an inspiring story of you, like when you prioritized your morals and achieved success?
My high school experience, right? This is kind of what made me who I am, right? So in high school, super skinny kid, right? Super skinny. Graduated at 110 pounds, probably went into high school barely cracking 100. So I was always that kid that got pushed around a lot, got bullied. I was trying to fit in with that crowd though, and it was the wrong crowd for me. Trying to be that popular kid, because I thought at the time popularity was so important. I got to a time and I realized my senior year that it wasn't. That's what kind of had this shift in my mindset of, yo, I got to do something about this. I'm tired of just being this little kid. I'm tired of being picked on for no reason too. Like it was over some stupid shit. Like it was just some dumb stuff. I mean, a couple of times it was like shoved in the lockers, your typical movie. Like,
Oh, wow.
Yeah, bro. I had the high school experience, all 4 years, the middle school experience, pretty good elementary school though, just because no one knew what that shit was back then. But yeah, so once that happened, end of senior year, decided to boss up a little bit, started eating a lot, gained some pounds, started hitting the gym. And one of the main things that I want y'all to take away from this that I think is kind of funny, that the same people who would bully me in high school and would pick on me are the same people asking me for fitness advice now. Right? I swear to God. I swear to God, with every ounce in me, bro. I still get texts from this one kid every now and then. And he's like, dude, what are you doing, bro?
How do you get bigger than me?
How do you get bigger than me? Yeah.
Look at his biceps.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And then I'm
He's
just
gonna
like,
shove
dog,
me in the locker now.
yeah, I'm like, dog, hey, roles are flipped now, right?
Yeah.
Not the bullying part, but just being bigger. You know what I mean? So that taught me a lot in life. So if any of y'all can relate to that, going through some little hardships in high school or just in your life, kind of being picked on, no one really gave you the time of day. One thing I want you to take out of this is just be true to yourself and find the right crowd. A couple of my boys, I want to shout out my boy Colin. Yeah, another Colin from back home. Colin Kuba, my boy John, Jack Sampy, Sam Sampy. Those are my six. My six back at home that have been ride or die since day one. Grew up with them, just haven't switched up, honestly. And as long as you have a small circle around you, bro, that's all you need. And I wish I would have realized that sooner, because I spent too much time and I wasted so much time trying to fit in with the wrong crowd in high school. And I could have just been spending more time with the boys, getting more experiences knocked out of the way through high school. Kind of being bullied was a huge mental toll on me, just because I thought I didn't fit in. Now I know I don't fit in, and I'm glad I don't. I'm glad I don't, bro, because these people now, I feel like in college to fit in, you got to be at every party, you know, drink until you drop. That's not what I'm about. I barely drink anymore. Freshman year got out of my system, but even we got the same mindset. Just like you were saying, you need to take a day away from that party, do it. Whatever y'all are going through right now, just use that as motivation and stick with the right crowd. Don't try and fit in somewhere that you're not meant to be. Not going to lead you anywhere good.
Yeah, I mean, I went through something similar in high school too. I went to 3 different high schools. First high school, it was a really good high school. I liked it. Second high school was a little different. I more stuck to myself. And third high school, I noticed that none of the kids really liked me. It was more a rural, suburban type of area. Yeah. You know, I'm from Dallas. So coming from Dallas and then going into like a more suburban, rural school, the kids really didn't like me. I had different opinions. I just wasn't afraid to voice it. Well, it really got to a point where I just had to learn to speak up for myself, and I had to learn to say what I believed, and I had to learn to just fight through it. And yeah, it used to get to the point where I used to say something, the whole class would tackle me, the whole class would start yelling at me. But I always had those 1 or 2 girls that used to just sit in that class and defend me. It was always some girls for some reason, I don't know, but yeah. It was always some girls. And then but I just kept, because I knew that I couldn't just sit down and submit to these people. Like, I had to stand up in the face of adversity. I had to stand up in the face of the people who did not like me or who did not say that like the things that I say. I just kept doing what I got to do. And you know what I mean? I stayed true to myself and who I was. Now I have ultimate confidence in my abilities and what I say and what I do. And I don't let people stop me from saying what I want to say. I say what I need to say.
That's good though. So like at that third school, you were kind of the oddball out. I mean, in that moment, you were probably like, damn. But now it's like you're probably glad that you went through that, right?
Yeah,
because it kind of helped mold you to who you are today.
Yeah,
Same here.
Stepping out, being on that outside, just taking that nobody liking you. That actually grew to inspire me. I liked being the hated one. I liked being different. And I started to embrace that. A bunch of bots in the class, a bunch of people that all believe the same exact thing. I just had to break it.
Yep, I agree, bro. 100%. I'm glad you did that. That's props to you, baby. Let's go.
Yeah. You know, where can people reach you if they want to learn more about you or be able to network with you?
Instagram, it's McCaffit, MCCAFF.fit. Just shoot me a DM, drop a comment or whatever. You know, I'm always willing to talk to people. I'll probably send you a call. We can talk over the phone. It don't matter.
Swap those bad habits for better ones at your own pace. Develop yourself every single day. The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others.
Yes, sir.
Demand control your life. Stay tuned for our next episode on breaking away from the 9-to-5 grind with side hustles and investments.
Yep. Hey, that's going to be a good one. Y'all better watch that one.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Click on the link.
Yes, sir.
Woo! That was fire. That was fire.